Imagine you're working as a delivery driver in Romania, walking around all day with this backpack on your shoulders, delivering food to people for 800 euros a month. You're 25 years old, you're broke, depressed, and feeling like a loser. Then you discover a skill called AI copywriting, where all you have to do is write marketing materials for businesses using AI tools. And 600 days later, you're making over 25k a month, living on a tropical island in Thailand, working 3 hours a day from your laptop. That's what happened to me. Could it happen to you? Probably. So keep watching and you'll find out. Alright, so let's go back in time when I discovered AI copyright. So for some context, I'm 29 years old, I've been broke my entire life, and for the last 6 to 7 years I've been desperately trying to figure out how to make money online. Tried everything: dropshipping, Amazon FBA, e-commerce, crypto, Forex, day trading, you name it, right? I spent years bouncing from one thing to another, losing money, wasting time and getting nowhere. So there I was, working as the delivery driver in Romania. This was me walking around with this backpack, delivering food to people, driving my dad's beat up Fiat Punto and making 800 to 1000 euros a month. Working 8, 10, sometimes even 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. You see this picture? That's me 2 years ago. I'm 25 but I look 40. Depressed, broke, feeling like a complete loser. But even while doing that job, I was still trying. I was still watching YouTube videos, still looking for a way out. I was doing day trading at the time, and honestly, it was the most stressful thing I've ever done. Unless you have the patience of a Chinese monk, I don't recommend it, right? You can make money, but it's not worth it. So one day I came across a YouTube video about something called copywriting. And two things caught my attention immediately. First, I could do it from anywhere, so I just needed a laptop and an internet connection. And second, it's scalable, because what you write can directly grow other businesses. That means the more money you make them, the more you get paid, right? Now, I wasn't a good writer. I actually hated writing in school, right? But something about this just made sense to me. So I decided to go all in and learn it. Now here's where most people will tell you that it was easy, right? That they figured it out in 3 months and started making money right away. That's bullshit. My first year I made $0 from copywriting. Not a single client. I sent thousands of outreach emails and DMs trying to get clients, reached out to thousands of businesses and nothing. Because I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was copying templates from random courses that everyone else was using. And those templates stopped working years ago because everyone else was using them. So I kept getting rejected over and over and over. But you know what kept me going? The excruciating pain of staying where I was. Every single day I put on that backpack, every time I got in that Fiat, every time I looked at my bank account and saw a couple of hundreds of euros, not even affording to go out, avoiding even talking to women because I felt like a complete fucking loser. That pain was worse than any rejection I could get from a prospect, right? And I used that pain as fuel, so I kept going. Now in the second year, things started to shift. I got my first few clients and I was making around 800 to 1.5k a month from copyright. Now I was happy because I was finally making money from this skill, but I was also frustrated because I knew I could do more, right? I was working a lot but not making the money that I wanted still. The clients who I was working with were average, right? I was making a couple of $100 per client, and they also didn't value my work enough, and I wasn't able to set up good deals with them. So I felt kind of frustrated about that, but still kept going. Then came year 3. So in year 3, everything changed, right? I had one client reach out to me through a common acquaintance, and honestly I didn't even want to work with him because I was already full of work, but you know, just with bad deals that weren't paying me what I was worth. So because I was busy, I threw out an offer that I didn't even think he'd accept. I said something like, look, I work with you for a 10% revenue share, I'll only get paid when you make money. And to my surprise, he said yes. Now that client was making around 20k a month when I started working with him. Fast forward 10 months, I scaled him to around 180k a month. Now he pays me around 15k a month on average after taxes. That's what I make only from one client. This was my aha moment. Revenue share deals are the best way to make money with copywriting because now I'm motivated to grow his business and he's motivated to pay me more because he's making more, right? Everyone wins. So that's when I realized something else. Some clients will waste your time, right? Some can make you 5 figures a month. You have to learn how to differentiate them. You have to talk to them, understand their mindset. So if they have a scarcity mindset, for example, a bad mindset, a low mindset, just forget it, right? You want clients who think big because those are the types of clients who have the potential to pay you big money. So what is copywriting? Well, it's simple. You write words that make businesses money. You know, things like emails, Facebook ads, sales pages, like any marketing materials a business needs to sell their products or services. Now let me give you a real example from my life. I have a client who sells a high-ticket mentorship program, right? He helps entrepreneurs reprogram their mindset so they can grow their businesses and improve all areas of their life. Now, I wrote one single sales video script for him. One, he filmed it, we ran it through Facebook ads, and that video has made him around $500,000 in the last 10 months. Now, I've made around 50K in commissions just from that script because I have a 10% revenue share. And since then, that video has been just running on autopilot through Facebook ads. I just had to write it once and it has been producing money ever since. So now if a business can make $500,000 from something you write, like paying you 2K, 5K or even 15K a month is nothing to them, right? It's a no-brainer. Now most people hear writing and think you need to be talented, right? You need to be creative, you need to be good at words and so on. That's not true. I wasn't good at writing. I hated it actually when I was in school, but copywriting isn't about being a good writer. It's about understanding psychology. It's about knowing what your clients, customers want, what problems they have, what pains do they have, what dreams they have, and you just write about those things in a way that makes them take action and actually buy the product. That's it. It's a learnable skill. There is a structure that you have to follow when you write. So as long as you learn that structure, anyone can do it. Especially now with the use of AI, the barrier of entry has been lowered so much that literally a second grade kid can do it. Now when I started copywriting, everything was manual, right? It would take me 30 minutes to write one email. It could take me weeks to write a good sales page or even a VSL, right? But this year, everything changed again when I started using AI. And listen, AI is not replacing copywriters, right? I know many of you may say that, but no. AI is not replacing copywriters. That's not what's happening. What's happening is AI makes you faster, more efficient, and honestly better at what you do, right? Just think of it like this. AI is an assistant that works 24/7. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't make mistakes, and it can produce 6 or even 7-figure copy in minutes instead of hours. Now here's exactly how I use AI. Step 1, after I sign a client, I have a call with them. I ask them questions about their business, their story, their goals, their ideal customer, their product, like everything I need to know. Now step 2 is I take all of that research and I use AI to analyze their competitors. I see what's working for similar businesses in their niche, right? Now step 3 is I take all of that information and I just feed it into AI. I tell it exactly what I want it to write and it gives me a first draft in minutes. Then I edit it, add the human touch, make sure it sounds right and deliver it to the client. So what used to take me 6 to 8 hours of work now takes me 1 to 2 hours max using AI. So sometimes less. Now, this means I can handle 5+ clients at the same time, work only a couple of hours a day and make over 20K a month. I use AI tools like Claude for writing, Perplexity for research, and sometimes ChatGPT for other stuff. But honestly, Claude is king for writing because if you know how to use it properly, it doesn't give you that robotic sounding copy that ChatGPT gives you. It can actually write almost like an A-level copywriter. But here's the thing. Most copywriters don't even know how to use AI properly yet. Most businesses don't even know this is possible. There is a massive window of opportunity right now, but it won't last forever. In a year or two, probably everyone will figure this out. So let me show you what my life looks like right now. So I live in Thailand. Sometimes I'm in Bangkok on a high rise like right now with a sky pool or something. Sometimes I'm in a villa on a tropical island like Koh Samui. I wake up, train boxing or hit the gym, chill by the pool, do some work for a few hours and then I'm done. I go to sky bars, I go to the beach, I take votes out with my friends. I've met incredible people here, made amazing connections. Now, you may be wondering why Thailand of all places. Well, around 1 year ago when I started making around 6 to 7K a month from copywriting, I just decided to go on a trip to Thailand, right, with some of my friends. So just to see what it's like, right? But, I just almost instantly fell in love with it. It was like the most fun place I've ever been in. So I stayed there for about a month. I remember one day, I made like 1K in a single day and I spent that entire day on a boat in Thailand. So that month when I was in Thailand, it was actually my first month when I made over $10,000 and I worked maybe 2 hours a day max. Some days I didn't even work at all. So after Thailand, I went back to Romania for a bit, scaled to 15K a month, then 20K a month, and then 25K a month around December. But I just couldn't stay there anymore, right? Especially after going to Thailand. That energy was not bad. Everyone's depressed in Romania, stuck in the same routines, just surrounded by low vibration people with limited mindset. So I just felt like that entire environment was preventing me from growing. So I just packed my bags and moved to Thailand permanently with my best friend. who's also my business partner right now. Now, look at this picture again on the left. I was a broke delivery driver making around 100 euros a month. I was 25 years old, but I actually looked older than I look now at 29, right? Now, on the right is me on my way to Thailand, flying business class. So that ticket cost more than that entire Fiat Punto that I drove only 12 months ago, right? So I don't look at prices anymore when I go to restaurants. I can travel anywhere I want, whenever I want. I don't have a boss. Nobody tells me what to do. I have complete freedom. And I'm not saying this to brag in any way. I'm saying it to make you understand that this skill gave me that. So why copywriting of all other business models? Well, copywriting is a timeless skill, right? It doesn't depend on platforms. It doesn't depend on algorithms or trends. As long as businesses exist, they will need good copy, right? It's the language through which money flows online. It's the engine that drives growth for any business on this planet. Every business needs ads. Every business needs sales pages and websites. Every business needs marketing. And copywriting is the root part of marketing. And the people who know how to write all those things and also use AI to do it faster get paid very well. Now, right now I have 5 clients and all of them are in the online coaching and courses space. And I work around a few hours a day and I make around 25K every single month. And also right now I'm scaling and going to probably 40 to 50K a month in the next 3 to 4 months, something like that. So this is a skill that can be scaled almost to infinity, right? The more money you make your clients, the more money they pay. And it's 100% remote. You can work from your couch, you can work from a beach, you can work from a remote island somewhere. You can work and live anywhere in this entire world. And now with AI, the barrier to entry has dropped dramatically. You don't need to be a gifted writer. You don't need years of experience. You just need to learn the psychology of persuasion and just how to use AI correctly. That's it. Now, I have to be real with you. Right? This is not passive income. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay? It took me 2.5 years to figure this out because I had no one guiding me. Okay? I made every mistake you can imagine. I got rejected thousands of times, and you will have to learn the skill, right? You'll have to do the work. But with the right guidance, you can get your first client in around 1 to 2 months, max. You can reach 5 to 10K a month in 6 to 12 months. So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's a get-rich-certain scheme if you actually stick with it and you learn from someone who's already done it. So look, now I know how hard it is to figure this out alone. I've been there, and that's why I post videos on this channel to help people who are in the same situation as I was in. Now I also do one-on-one coaching for those who want to speed up the process and learn all the frameworks, the AI workflows, how to find clients, how to structure deals, all the stuff that took me years to figure out. So if you're interested in that, you can just send me a message on Instagram at The Most Dangerous Copywriter. You'll see it somewhere on the screen. We'll have a conversation, see where you're at, and if it makes sense to work together, I'll just show you how I can help you. Now, I only work with people who are serious and committed, okay? I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste mine. But if you're ready to actually learn a skill that can change your life, just send me that message and we'll talk, and I'll see if I can help. Sometimes I think about this with chills down my spine. Like only 2 years ago, I was broke, delivering food in Romania, depressed, feeling like a complete loser. Today, I'm living this dream life in Thailand, and it's only because I learned this skill and just refuse to give up, right? So if you're stuck right now, maybe you're broke, frustrated, trying everything and nothing is working, I just hope this video showed you there is a way out. It's not easy, but it's possible. So send me that message if you want my help, and I'll see you in the next video.